Now this area of my family room, which is my test area for growing succulents, it faces northwest and doesn't get morning sun, but you do get a lot of afternoon sun flooding in through here. You can see my Brazilian philodendron, which is growing so fast in here. Just loving this area. All I had with this one is about that big, just the tip of it, when I had it about a year ago. Now, and look at it, it's just growing so fast. But anyway, now this one contains the ebony seeds. So this is 6 days growth. This is the 5th of October 2021. And this is sown at the same time I did my other seeds. This is all ebony as well. But then now we're going to do a comparative test or compare the two growth. 6 days growth of Echeveria agavoides ebony. Hello there. My name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. So now this is my MarsHydro FC3000 grow tent. Well, this is not an FC3000 grow tent, it's just a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1.8 meter grow tent. And in here house my most precious succulent possessions. And we're gonna get the ebony October, the 5th of October. Hang on, I'll just move this ones here out of the way. I'll get the Romeo out of the way. Look how many Romeos and Romeo Rubins and Sirius. I don't know which one has grown, but a lot of plants in there as well. So there's going to be at least at $30 a pop, about $800 worth in that one tray there. Now we're here for comparison with the one grown in the tent to northwest facing window. Window versus tent. We'll close this one. So the heat can be maintained above 20 degrees Celsius. So this one on the left with the lid is the one that's grown in my northwest facing window. So the window versus the tent. This is the growth difference. So from a distance. Now we go closer. Come closer. We're not gonna close up. Okay. So you can see the one on the right is tent grown. And the one on the left is window grown. So the window grown is also growing some beautiful babies. Now these beautiful babies, this camera is not good up close. Okay. Okie dokie. Now you can see that has a lot of babies as well growing. So these are also ebony seeds, so mixed ebonies. So that's the growth difference. So the one on the right is much faster. So this would be like, say, in 10 days time, this one would look like this. So that's another 4 days. And this one in 4 days time would be far ahead and much bigger. This is now the 7th of October, and 2 days later, growth comparison. The one on the right is grown in the grow light. The one on the left is by the window. So the grass is much greener on the other side of the fence. So the growth, you can see, let's go for the left side first. So this is the ones that are grown in the window. And so they are growing really well. And in this tray alone, I don't even want to count it, but I think there's at least almost 1,000. There's got to be 1,000 little plants in here. Anyway, this one on the right, but that's the difference of the growth. And this one on the right is just far more advanced. And I can even see some on the right hand side here Well, last night I saw some that are sort of on the white form. So variegated ebony or the white ebony, because this is all mixed ebony seeds. So that is the growth progress. I think you can see some white ones in there. Anyway, it's just amazing. I love my grow light and tent. I am not trying to push grow light, but this is just the result speaks for itself. So I've always wanted to get a grow light, and as to which grow light I'm gonna get, I was undecided until someone upstairs must have heard my prayers, and because I went first I've researched online as to which one I should get, and I was just getting a headache deciding which one to get. Of course, cost is the biggest factor in my quest for getting a grow light. Well, I tried playing around with LED grow light from Kmart that I bought for $12. It worked, it grew my succulents, but I've often wondered how it would work on growing seeds, because my main goal in the end, or the end goal, is just to grow them from seeds, because it just takes so long to propagate them from leaf. So it takes a one whole year to propagate like one leaf to maturity, and before it can have babies and stuff, it takes even longer. So having seeds or growing from seeds would make it much faster to be able to acquire like thousands of plants straight away, instead of just waiting for the one plant to grow 2 pups and 10 pups and 20 pups and 50 pups. It's still taken me 4 years of growing my ebonies to even produce my first cutting, which is, I'm gonna go here now. So this is my other FC3000 grow light area. You get to see all my mess here. Look, so this has become like a house of growing succulents, because I really want to grow succulents in my garden, but it just takes so long. So this is my first Headchop last year. This was done, I think, in March 2020. Are you March 2020? Yes, that's my 2020 ebony there. And I chopped off one plant, and it produced now, I think, 4 pups. 3 big plants and 1 small plant being overtaken by the big ones being bullied, but because it's right in there. So it took me a year to have 1 plant and to get now 5 plants, because if I count the mother is still alive, the one that I've chopped off. So now it produced 4 pups from this plant. So that's 5 plants in a span of 3 years. So if you have 1 plant, you get 5 plants in 3 years, only because I did not head chop. But if I head chop, even if I say I get 20 in 3 years, I don't know, because the chance of killing your succulent as well increases if you behead them while they're still too young. You have to behead, like this one now. I beheaded a really big opalina here. So I have to wait for my plants to mature to behead them, because I find that if you head chop them when they're young or behead them when they're still young, the mother struggles, or the mother plant struggles to survive. So now from one season, so it still took like a good 2.5 years before this ebony flowered, and I was able to cross-pollinate the flowers and produce seeds. And it's taken a long process, but that long process of waiting for my plant to flower and seed and produce seed, now in another year's time, in this box here, or in this tray, the one tray here on the right would have at least, say, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, easily 1,000 plants in there, in that one container. And then now, if this one is grown as well, even though this one is grown out in the window now, I am not gonna wait for this poor thing now to struggle and grow so slow, ever so slowly. I would just put this inside my grow light as well now, my grow light tent. So that way the temperature can go up, because we had 24 degrees yesterday, and today we only got, I think, 14 degrees. So the temperature dropped. The minute the temperature dropped, the poor plants sort of recedes or go back down. They don't want to grow anymore. And then the temperature goes up again, so they're up, down. They don't know whether they're coming or going. So it's best to have a controlled environment for them to grow steadily, strong and happy. Oh wow, look at that. Is that beautiful? Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? So now I put back this ebony back here. So I have to find a spot for my other ebony to come here and grow. Now this other pots here, or other container here, contains, this is Baccarus, which is also on the 29th, but is not very good because I think the seeds are still fresh, so it's not good for that. And now this one here is my pink champagne and also yellow ebony. These two, the two of them, I put them together because I wasn't sure whether they got cross-pollinated, so I was right in putting them together because they haven't grown yet. So anyway, I can put that away, and then I'm gonna put my other ebony here. That way they can sit next to each other and grow and find out whether how fast this other one is going to catch up to the other one here. And I got a couple of ebony in the corner that is getting squashed. So hopefully this ebony here will grow and catch up with this other one. Now this one is my Romeo tray. This Romeo tray would have at least 100 Romeos in there now. So before it was only, I don't know, 20, 30, but then now it's gone to 100. So that's, how much is that? $3,000? Yep, so 100 is $30. I don't even know how to count. But anyway, the lavender pebbles, which I started with 14, and then on day 7 or 8, I can't remember anymore, day 7 I think, 6, 7, 8, yep, the 7th of October. See, I'm losing track, but doesn't matter. So you know what I mean anyway. So this one now, I have at least about 40 lavender pebbles in here in this tray. So lavender pebbles is one of my favorite succulent as well, and I can't really head chop my lavender pebbles because of not having enough. I only have one plant, and I propagated 2 babies from that, which is growing really well, but the process is long and slow. And so now having all these lavender pebbles that has grown now, and hopefully they will grow strong. So I'm still I'm a little bit more confident now that I can behead my lavender pebbles and not worry about not getting lavender pebbles. But at the moment, it's also flowering. Most of my lavender pebbles, I got 3 heads, I think, that's flowering. So I'm going to wait. And so hopefully I can harvest some seeds from that and grow some more lavender pebbles. So anyway, guys, that's all for now. I will keep you updated as to the progress of the growth of the seeds, or the seedlings, or succulent seedlings. But I will do a step-by-step video of how to prepare the soil, and basically it's a sowing video, how to sow your seed or plant your succulent seeds. And before that, of course, I have to show you the process of pollinating the seeds and harvesting the seeds and processing the seeds. And of course then, and probably second or third videos from this video will be the how to plant them. So anyway, hope I get to do that soon, and so that way I don't keep you waiting for long. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.